What is up, everybody? You are back with another episode of Trash Talk Tuesday, where I kind of talk about whatever I want and just kind of destroy things at a very deep level, things that just really bother me. Today, we're bringing it back to the original, to what makes me me. We're talking about the gym. Specifically, we're talking about terrible shit people do in the gym. And there are tons and tons of things people do that just really rustle my jimmies. But I'm going to mention a few, specifically 11 types of people and terrible shit people do that just kill me. We're going to start with the most common. We're going to start with people who yell. People who scream. They find it absolutely necessary to let every single person in the gym know that they are a douchebag, that they're checking. It's similar to the check-in button on Facebook. They're checking in with every single gym member there to let them know that they really don't know how to handle anything in their lives, and then they probably have emotional issues, so they're taking their problems out on the weights, and they really need some attention. So because you can't like or poke or follow them like you can in social media to boost their ego, just look at them. Look at them and give them attention they really need. And the types of yelling, you have the screamers, the people who sound like air horns, the open mouth screamers. You have the flattening tire, or the flattened tire people, or the bitch hiss people, or just like I almost passed out doing that just now. I'm a little lightheaded. I'm not going to lie. Have you tried breathing normally? Maybe you would have actually gotten the weight if you were breathing normally. Who'da thunk it? Maybe if you weren't screaming at the top of your lungs, you could have focused on actually doing the rep correctly instead of flailing around. Or the people are just, You sound like a go-kart that doesn't really work, or you didn't oil your car correctly. It sounds like there might be something medically wrong with you. So why are you yelling? Unless you are doing a ridiculously maximal heavyweight. Even then, the heaviest lifters I know don't really make a sound. That kind of says something, doesn't it? People who slam weights. Okay. I come from a powerlifting background, so we can sometimes tend to slam weights if they're heavy. We don't want to risk injury if they are heavy, and we're not trying to risk injury. But for the most part, in competition, the goal and the judging is to control the descent of the bar. Do not just drop it. You control it. Any weight you can control to lift up, you should be able to control to lift down. Now, I know not everyone is in a powerlifting competition. No. But we do have this thing that we regularly engage in called human decency. You're not a fucking animal. No matter whatever motivational quote said you were, you're not a wolf or a lion or a beast. You're lifting. And if you lift it on the way up, you should also, control it on the way down. You're slamming 135 in an attempt to what? Impress your mom who's in the jazzercise room next door? That's as cool as you'll ever get slamming weight. It's not cool. It's so much cooler if you lift a weight that's actually heavy and then you put it down and you don't slam it. That's a lot more respectable than just letting everyone know you're a douchebag. Try it. 3. The third person on the list today is the people who I tried to come up with a better way to put this, but the people who stink like shit. Now, I will qualify this and say I've had bad days where I really worked hard, or I might have forgot to put on a little deodorant in my left armpit. Shit happens. I understand. But the people who continually stink like they have some sort of embargo against deodorant, some sort of like their religion deems deodorant a sin. I don't know. I do know that your armpits shouldn't smell like they're a Subway microwave nuking a 3-day-old onion and Italian herbs and cheese bread mixed with some fucking curdled milk. Like, you shouldn't smell like that regularly. That's a problem. Again, going back to that might be a medical problem that you should take care of, especially before you decide to do the hardest high intensity interval training circuit of your life, all around the gym and all under everyone's noses. Yes, I understand sometimes people do stink a little bit at the gym, but I'm talking about that different kind of scent, that offensive odor that everyone knows you haven't showered or haven't used deodorant when you could. But you're so used to that foul smell because you live with yourself, that you just ignore it and you don't see it. It's just pay attention to your surroundings. If everyone's looking at you like you just stepped in shit and you don't have shit on your shoes, it's probably coming from your armpits and your genitals. So take care of it, please. Just please. Dear God. And don't rub it all over the bench press part or where my head is going to. Don't do that, please. Number 4. This sounds even weird saying this, but you'll get it. The off-duty strippers. Somehow, gym clothing has gotten to the point, especially for females, that the goal is to pretend like every day is Halloween, or every day you are going to a strip club, or every day you're going with body paint. Yes, I'm a guy, and I guess I shouldn't be complaining about this, but I'm going to because it's a little ridiculous. If you look like an off-duty, like a recently off-duty stripper, like you just came from work, and you're just showing all your giblets, like everything you got is just out there, not even on a silver platter, on a paper plate, basically, because that's the equivalent. You chose that. You can wear whatever you want, I understand, but I don't wear assless chaps to the gym. I don't wear shorts that let my nuts hang out but cover up the other stuff. Why? Do you want attention that bad? Was that on your workout program? To have your thong up to your mid-back to let everyone know that you shop the Victoria's Secret clearance section? I don't understand why you have to look like that. Why can't you just wear like normal clothes? A sports bra is a shirt? Can you wear that in public? I don't know how it works with girls, honestly, but some of the stuff people wear, even the older ladies, there will be some older ladies repping this Gymshark stuff like it's a bachelorette party or something. I see some of these older ladies in some Gymshark stuff and kind of look like a busted can of biscuits. But hey, to each their own, if however that quote goes or something. I just think it's a little weird to kind of look like a stripper at the gym. I don't know. That's just me. The 5th kind of terrible shit people do at gyms are the people who treat the squat rack like some sort of ultimate stretching apparatus. The squat rack's open. That does not mean you should go in there and do your 30-minute dynamic yoga warm-up, practicing every rotator cuff banded stretchy stretch from every angle, and then just start hanging from it, randomly doing pull-ups on it, and you're doing your entire soft tissue mobility work in the squat rack, and people are waiting to get in there. And you're doing push-ups on. You're treating it like a total gym that they used to sell on the TV Guide channel, and it's not. It's for squatting. It's not for stretching, and it's not for Bosu balls. If you want those Bosu balls, the best way to use those is to deflate them. Puncture a hole in them and throw them away. Stop doing your entire warm-up in the squat rack, especially when you're just going to walk over to the smallest set of dumbbells and start your curl routine, bro. Don't do that. Now, we're going to get to the cardio people for a second. How can you make so much noise doing cardio? How can you be one of those loud cardio people? Like in your head, someone said the floor is cockroaches and you have to get to the other side. So you're just stomping like your life depends on it. Do you run that heavy? No matter how much you weigh, you act like you weigh 600 pounds. It sounds like it. It sounds like you just have lead in your fucking feet and you are stomping. How do you make that much noise? Do you not feel that? Do you not hear that? Doesn't that hurt? Doesn't it take more effort? Maybe you think you're optimizing your workout by making more noise, but you're the cardio equivalent of the douchebag slamming weights. So if they're anaerobic, you're an aerobic douchebag. You're a loud aerobic douchebag. You're equally a terrible person. Number 7. Now this happens a lot with commercial gyms. And this has happened way too many times that I'd like to admit. God, it's so gross. Okay. Old naked people. I get it. You're from a different era, you know? Back then, maybe it was cool to just, walk around with your stuff all out. It was different times. You're strutting around with your schlong, just like chilling. And it's like a little peen parade, and you're just walking around and talking, and it's all cool. It's not cool, especially today. Like, it's not cool. That's not cool. I don't want to strike up a conversation with you when your thing's just a wiggling. I don't want that. That's not what I want. I know you might have thought, hey, look at that guy sitting over there. He looks like he wants to talk to this old naked guy. No, I promise you that you have the completely wrong perception of me. If you and your wrinkly little kielbasa could back up and get out of my face, that would be absolutely great. I would be very content with that. I'd much rather prefer that than a conversation with you right now. I'll give you like 10 minutes, put your clothes on, we'll talk outside. That's fine. Bathroom's not a place for conversation, let alone with the whole, schlong dong thing. Not for me. This could be an entire topic by itself. Terrible trainers. I feel like I could go on for hours about how shitty, like 99% of trainers are shitty. They are literally the custodians and the janitors of the fitness industry. Trainers are generally shitty human beings. They say their goal is to help people, but with the minimal amount of effort they put into their clients and working with their clients, I know that is a complete lie. And you can tell in almost every gym, the trainers usually just don't give a shit. They don't care. They really don't. Their clients, their knees are going in, they're caving in ridiculously. Their clients' squats are higher than Snoop Dogg, and they're fucking high-fiving them and saying PR. Or they're just working their clients to death and yelling at them. How many more do we have left? The average trainer. 2 more. Doesn't even have a program. Doesn't know what he's doing for you. Says the basic cues. Keep your chest up. Core tight. Knees out. Stay tight. If any of this is ringing a bell, you should probably fire your trainer. And if you're not getting results. If you had a trainer for 3 years and you like him but there's no results, then that's kind of your fault too. But that's going past the point. Terrible trainers in general, I can't stand them. You see, they have a look to them too. Every single bad trainer most likely is out of shape, has terrible posture, has an extremely old hat that they probably wear backwards, and they'll never let it go. And the only time they're ever working out is to hit a few bicep curls. And they maintain that dad bod. To me, that's the average trainer, and that's the average terrible trainer. They have a look, so watch out for them. Going back to the cardio people, how can you be doing cardio so fucking slow? If I'm just looking around in between sets and I see you on the cardio machine, I'm like, wow, that's impressively slow. That's a really, really, really extensive warm-up. But I'm sure they're going to pick the pace up eventually. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you're actually auditioning, for a part in The Walking Dead. You're training for The Walking Dead. So you're training to walk at a zombie pace, and you're really taking that audition seriously. So you're just putting everything in your life. No, I know that's fucking full of shit. Why are you going so slow? Then you're going to tell all your friends at the wine drinking class later that night, or the book club, or wherever you're going, that you go to the gym 5 days a week and you can't understand why you're not, leaning out or losing body fat because you bust your ass in the gym. You don't bust your ass in the gym. The only thing you bust is a fucking wine cork when you down 2 bottles. Probably before that slow ass cardio session. I don't know. If you're going to get on the cardio machine, at least do some work. Do some damn work. Like, you're going so fucking slow. The machine is practically off. I wouldn't be surprised if the machine turned off because it didn't register any activity. You look like you're asleep. Why are you at the gym? Who are you fooling? It's not anyone in the gym, I promise you that. Then we have the infamous tribal tattoo guy. You've seen him before. He's in every single gym. I think it's a requirement for a gym to open up legally. For them to legally open up, they have to have at least one guy with a tribal tattoo. Optional glasses, but at least one guy with a tribal tattoo. Maybe you thought it would make you look better. Maybe you thought it would make you look like The Rock. But that's so much further than the truth than you could possibly believe. And you can't possibly believe that you look like The Rock with that terrible fucking tribal tattoo. No one thinks you look like The Rock, for one. I promise you that. Now you're stuck with this fucking Ed Hardy shit stain, which definitely complements your lack of muscles on either your pasty white or overly carroty tan body. Because it's one of the two. You're either extremely pasty white and you have a really shitty tribal tattoo, or you are a regular patron of a terrible tanning salon that just makes you look like darker than Snooki, and that tribal tattoo just pops. You might think it makes you look tough, but in reality, now no one will ever swipe right on your Tinder or whichever way you're supposed to swipe. You just screwed yourself. Fuck. It's funny because I'm saying all these things and it's so messed up, but I'm thinking of specific people at gyms I've been to, and I pray to God they're not listening to this. Oh no. And my last one for today, I'll leave it at this. Anyone who uses the damn Smith machine. Seriously, it's the most mystifying piece of equipment in the gym. No one knows. No one knows how much the bar weighs. No one understands. Does it weigh 0 pounds? Does it weigh 30 pounds? Does it weigh 7 degrees Celsius? Who the fuck knows? No one fucking knows. Bros swear it weighs 45 pounds or more, so everyone can hit a 315 bench and say they hit a 315 bench, or a 400-pound squat and say they actually squatted. You didn't. It doesn't count. That's not a bench press. That's not a squat. It's a fucking Smith machine. You didn't do anything. You literally didn't do anything. You're trying to take the elevator to success, and you have to take the stairs. You're not a strength athlete on a Smith machine. Have you ever seen a Smith machine on a fucking football field or in any other sport? No. There's no Olympic event for Smith machine squatting or Smith machine Olympic lifting or Smith machine powerlifting or anything like that. CrossFitters don't even use Smith machines. That should tell you something, shouldn't it? And girls violate it by trying to get their ass around every angle of it in an attempt to round out those pancake buns. And they're kicking the bar, they're sitting on the bar, they're hanging from the bar, they're pushing the bar up, smashing their knees into their face, showing everyone that they don't have underwear on, girls just give it an entire lap dance. It's the dumbest piece of equipment ever in a gym. I just fucking hate it. It's a fixed movement pattern. I don't like Smith machines, if you can't tell. Don't trust it or anyone who uses it. for more than a push-up base. That's about, or hanging towels. Those are the two things it's good for. This wraps up today's Trash Talk Tuesday in the gym. Terrible shit people do in the gym. Make sure you share this, like, and subscribe. I'll be back on Thursday with Donuts and Diabetes Day. Until then, I will talk to you guys later.